Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Richelle, clearly. So in today's video, I wanted to tell, it's not really a story time, it's a combination of just like three stories that my fucking cat in that little tunnel right there. Three things, like really stupid, dumb, embarrassing things that I did back in high school that I'm really not proud of, but I mean, they're kind of funny. The shit I did was so fucking stupid, and I look back and I'm really scared to have like a daughter when I'm older, because I do not want my daughter to do the shit that I did in high school. And just a little disclaimer also, I'm more of like making these story times and like telling about the shit I did in high school, kind of just to reflect on it and like look back at like, wow, like thank God I've changed so much and live such a boring life now. Yeah, I'll just jump right into the first mini story. This was my first semester of my junior year. Okie dokie. I'm not sure. Well, it was during soccer season, whenever that is. I think that's like winter, the soccer season for high school. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's winter. So there is this place in my hometown in St. Louis. It's called The Graduate, and it's like where every once in a while they'll hold like raves there, where like the Chainsmokers were there, some other people have been there, like Cashmere Cats, I think. And at this time, R.L. Grime was coming to The Graduate to perform. So I really wanted to go. It was 18 and up, and I was 16, so my friend gave me her sister's ID to get in. Me and my friend decided to go to the R.L. Grime concert. I think it was on like a Wednesday, so it was on a school night. And I remember, okay, Duke. And I remember telling my parents I was going to dinner for my friend. For the rave went from like 9 to like 2 a.m. I think. Everyone rolled. Obviously it was a rave. We took a lot of Molly. This is so bad saying it. Like I needed to be in juvie. And we didn't get back till like 3 a.m. And then I remember going to my friend's house and we all stayed up till like 6 a.m. and then I didn't go to school the next day. But during soccer season, my two coaches would make us come in after school into like his room, and like someone would like videotape the entire game, and then he'd make us rewatch the entire game before we had practice. So I remember not going to school, but like I had to go to this like thing that our coaches would do. During him like he'd play the entire video with the lights off. I fell asleep like throughout the entire thing, and people kept waking me up. They're like, what the fuck, like, are you okay? And I like slept through the entire thing, like the entire like 90-minute video, and my coach didn't even realize. And then we had practice afterwards, and I remember sitting out the entire practice and like sleeping, like legitimately like laying down on the grass, like out on our field, sleeping the entire time. I didn't play in the game the next day because I told him I had like strep throat or something because I was so fucking dead. That was story number one. Oh my god, reflecting on these stories is so horrible. I was such a shitty kid in high school. Story number two. Oh my god, these all have to do with like, well, two of them have to do with like raves and taking Molly. Not okay. No one, if you're watching this, don't do the exact opposite of what I did. Literally, do not do what I did in high school. Like, I am the perfect example of how not to act in high school. Okay. So story number two. So there was a rave, and of course this was also on a school night. It was during Halloween, and out at Avila Beach, they always hold like concerts and stuff, and like we'll do like raves. So this was like the day before Halloween, and they were having the rave. It was called Haunted Halloween. I think it was like Haunted Halloween rave. And everyone, well, I had like a huge group of friends going, and I made up another lie to my parents to go, saying I was gonna like help out at like a haunted maze. And then I had my friends afterwards, but of course I was going to a fucking rave. We all dressed up in our skanky little Halloween outfits. I was like a sailor. That night, everyone rolled with what we thought was Molly, I'm pretty sure I probably took like a mixture of meth and bath salts, and this is a perfect example of why you should, if you are gonna do drugs, why you should test it first. Getting one of those like little testing kits, which are like not even that expensive, and I'd rather spend the money to make sure that I don't fucking die, because I feel like dying from drugs would be like the shittiest, most dumbest way to die ever. So yeah, back to the story. I definitely, like 99% sure I took a mixture of like bath salts and meth, because by the end of the night I was talking to the air, having full-blown conversations, like just talking to like nothing, like literally, like I was having like a full-on conversation like with just the air, like thinking someone was there and just like talking, and I kept like blacking out, and everyone was getting so freaked out because I just kept like talking, and then I like wouldn't, like I'd like snap out of it and be like, oh my god, like was I just talking? And everyone was like, what the fuck, Richelle, like you're scaring the shit out of us. And yeah, I wouldn't remember anything I just said, but I was tweaking the fuck out. Yeah, Molly and meth and bath salts. Next story. Oh my god, this one was like actually like I wanted to die. This was summer going into junior year, which is the summer when I literally was an alcoholic and went to parties way too, like every single night, and drank way too much. Like my bloodstream was literally just alcohol during that summer. So this was like one of the last nights of summer before school started, and I was like, I'm gonna go all out. And we like went to like a couple different parties, me and my friends, and I ended up like mixing a shit ton of alcohol together, like a bunch of different alcohol and liquor. Ended up blacking the fuck out. Literally, this is out of every single time I've ever drinking and gotten drunk, I've never blacked out, and I always remember this is the one time, the only time I have ever blacked out and legitimately don't remember anything. And it's actually really scary to think about, like not remembering anything. The last thing I pretty much remember was my friend taking me to the bathroom to start throwing up, and then after that shit just went black. I have videos on my phone. My friends like recorded videos, not to be funny, just like recorded it to show me the next day. And there's like videos of like me on the side of the freeway, like throwing up, screaming, crying. Why am I playing with my hair? Like screaming, I can't breathe, because I was throwing up so much. And then we get back to my friend's house, and all of a sudden I'm like running through her garage, like stripping my clothes off, like literally naked. And I run into her bathroom, and I turn on her shower, and I'm just like laying there like in the fetal position, like completely naked, like holding like just holding myself, crying, like on her bathroom floor. I have like all these videos from that night where I'm like looking back like, oh my fucking god, like I probably should have got my stomach pumped, because I threw up for the next 2 days, literally next 2 days. Like the next day I was still throwing up, like the entire next day at like 10 o'clock at night, like still throwing up. Like I could not keep down anything. Like it was so horrible. Like I felt like death. Like I literally felt like death was upon me, and like I was ready. Like I accepted it. I was like ready to die. Like that's how fucking horrible I felt. And I was supposed to go to a fucking concert the next day, and I couldn't go to the concert because I couldn't get out of bed. I remember being so pissed. I was literally on her bathroom shower the entire night, and I woke up the next morning at like 9 a.m. like completely naked in the shower at my friend's house, and I was so effing confused. And then I started throwing up again. Oh yeah, don't do what I did in high school. But I mean, it was a good learning lesson to know my limits and being like, to like learn like, wow, I never want to do that again. Like I should really not mix my liquor if I do drink, and be much more smart about it, because I don't want to go through that ever again. Those were 3 stories of really stupid shit I did in high school when I was a fucking psychopath. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and thanks, bye.